Hi, welcome to Everything's Dumb. My name is Victoria.
I am Kate.
All right, Kate, today we are talking about the 5-day work week.
Sounds pretty dumb.
It is extremely dumb.
That's a lot of days.
It's too many days.
In a row, too?
Yeah.
That's lame.
All together. Right after, yeah.
Again and again and
again.
and again.
Yep.
Stupid.
Yep. Thank you. I agree.
End of episode. Thanks for joining.
Okay, before we get to the massively stupid 5-day work week, let's talk about our housewarming party.
Yay!
That we had the other day.
Your
for
apartment warming.
Me. Yes, my apartment warming party. You've been trying to get me to have a housewarming party for the last few apartments that I moved into.
Yep.
And it never happened, which was my fault.
Because I let you be in charge of your own apartment, which is my...
Yeah.
That was my fault. To allow you to be in charge of your own apartment warming party was clearly a mistake on my part.
So it is your fault. Okay, cool.
I will not be doing that ever again.
Yeah, I think my apartment in East Hollywood, I never really settled in there. And also that apartment was tied to my job, so it was just like stressful right from the get-go.
Yeah.
And then my apartment down the street that I moved into about 2 years ago, I don't know, it's really small.
I was going to say tiny.
Tiny. We moved so quickly, and then I just never really like fully unpacked. Like I never really got it set up the way I wanted. So
I remember we had big plans when you moved into that place because you had like a little yard area.
Yes.
And I was like, we're going to put lounge stuff out here.
Yeah, you and Brian came over like a week later, and I was showing you the little backyard, and it's very small.
Right.
It's very small,
Cozy,
and
though.
there's no grass or anything. It's just like a slab of concrete.
Right.
But yeah, we were talking about like we'll put the table here, and we can sit over here, and we can put like snacks and drinks on the table, and whatever. But then, like 2 days later, I discovered that alley right behind the backyard is basically a thoroughfare. Is that a word?
Sure. It is today.
I think that means a place where people walk.
Okay.
Sounds like a medieval word a little bit. It's basically like that's where people hang out who don't necessarily have apartments of their own and who also partake in this is good. Who partake in recreational activities that go into your arm and up your nose. And then they do a lot of screaming at each other.
Right.
So I immediately was like, well, I'm never going to want to hang out here.
Yeah.
Like, I can already hear them yelling at each other from inside with the doors closed. I don't want to be sitting in the backyard and they're just on the other side of the fence. Anyway, so that didn't happen.
Your little glass of white wine.
I know. Trying to enjoy the summer evening, just being like, oh, what's the drama today? Yeah. So that was interesting. But anyway, this apartment, totally different, a little classier,
Not
dare
quite
I
as
say.
much screaming.
No, not quite as much. A lot more barking.
Yeah, I apologize for that. That's me. I forgot to tell you.
I wish it were you.
It's like it's like a sinus clearing ritual I do in the mornings and night. It really just gets everything.
Yeah, if it were you, at least it would make me laugh. And after a while, I could be like, hey, could you stop? But no, there are 2 very vocal dogs in this apartment building. One of them is cute. The other... Like, I will pay to have that dog trained. Because at this point, and you know how stingy I am, but, like, at this point, it's out of control.
Yeah.
Anyway. This is why we started this podcast, because I can't even tell, like, a fun story without complaining the whole time. So we had a housewarming party the other day. You made a lot of really good food.
I did.
I bought a shit ton of alcohol, like I mentioned on the last episode. People also brought their own drinks, which is very considerate.
Well, yeah.
So now I have a shit ton of alcohol in my apartment for myself.
Darn.
I know, what a bummer.
I mean, that is the worst thing about having an apartment warming party, is now you have a bunch of alcohol to enjoy in your brand new apartment.
Yeah.
Lame.
I really want to buy a bar cart.
Ooh, you should.
I want to. I mean, I might just end up making a shelf. But I want a bar cart.
So you just wheel it around?
Isn't that so classy?
It is. I'm sure you could find one for very cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want one of those. My sister has one. They don't use it, but...
And just steal hers and wheel it on over here.
From Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wheel that onto a plane.
With, the glass top. Yeah, it was really fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I think people enjoyed themselves.
It was nice to have the dual level options for people.
Yeah. We had the food down here in your apartment, and then we had
drinks upstairs.
And a lot more seating upstairs, because we took all of your seating and took it upstairs.
You have more floor space. I have more chairs.
Yes.
So we combined our strengths.
Yeah.
And made it so that people could go up and down, which also served as a handy sobriety test, because drinks are upstairs if you can make it up there.
Yeah, Brian drank a bunch of bourbon really quickly.
Yeah.
And then he came upstairs at one point and was like, this is the last time I'm coming up here. I can't handle the stairs anymore, so come downstairs. We're watching Independence Day.
It helps solves a lot of problems.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then we watched Independence Day.
Yes, which you had never seen.
I had never seen it before. And
what'd you think?
I loved it.
Classic.
Yeah. And disaster movies, I'm calling it a disaster movie. I feel like that's a...
Sure. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of destruction in that.
Yes. I feel like they can very easily be quite cheesy. So I was expecting it to be cheesy, but for the most part, it was very good.
Yeah.
It was not, I saw the movie 2012, and that is just I
never saw that one.
It's so cheesy, and CGI is so terrible. But, this movie came out 15 years prior, and I loved it. I thought it was great. Yeah. I mean, I always heard that Will Smith was great in it, and I was like, I have to see that to believe it.
Jeff Goldblum. Young Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I knew that would get you.
I didn't know that he was in that movie.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a very nice surprise. And then it continued to be a nice surprise every time he showed up on screen. I was like, I'm not
Jeff Goldblum, I think, contractually always has to be the voice of reason.
Yeah.
The smart one in the disaster movie as things are going wrong.
Yeah, and oh my God, he had those glasses and that little tuft of kind of wavy hair. Oh, good Lord.
All the plaid shirts you could need.
Yes. Jesus. And he plays chess, and he loves his dad. Yeah, what more could you want?
Bill Pullman as the president.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So handsome. And such a good dad.
Yep.
Yeah, I really liked it a lot. I mean, I still am a little confused as to why they didn't explain anything about the aliens. I am where are they from? What do they want? Why do they hate us?
Well, they did explain that, they just go from planet to planet, using
resources.
up all the resources and then move on.
Yeah. I don't
think they had much motivation beyond that.
Okay. I could have done with just, 2 more minutes of backstory about the aliens. But it's okay. I mean, it's a great movie.
But see,
I really
then
liked it.
You can write the Alien, or the Independence Day prequel.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I am someone who loves a sequel, a prequel, a reboot, a remake.
Yes.
Now that it's an idea for me to make money off of it, hell yeah, what a great idea.
You can just get all the original actors and do that CGI, make them look younger thing, and have that be the entire movie. Because that's also your favorite.
Yeah, I love just way too much CGI.
Yeah.
Is my favorite.
I mean, that makes every movie better.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
All right, now we have a project for you for next Independence Day.
People who this is their first episode are going to be very confused.
Yes.
And we're not explaining any of it.
Nope.
Figure it out on your own.
Just like Independence Day.
Good luck.
We don't know.
Okay, so 5-day work weeks. Bad
Not
idea.
a fan. Not a fan at all, really, gotta say.
Not a fan. I am 4 weeks into my new job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And 2 of those weeks have only been 4-day weeks because we've had 2 holidays.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm tired.
So you've only had 2 5-day work weeks?
Yeah. And I did not enjoy them.
You're already this sick of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working almost full-time since I graduated college. Of course, the pandemic kind of threw a little bit of a wrench into the works. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I've worked, like, whenever I have a job, I pretty much work full-time. Right. So it's not like the 5-day work week is new to me.
Right.
But as I mentioned in the past, this is a salaried job.
Right.
So I am now working anywhere from 7 to 12 hours a day. And I am very tired.
Not ideal, especially for 5 days a week.
No, it's not. So, I'm going to give a tiny bit of history.
Yeah, what motherfucker is responsible for... Who decided 5 out of 7 days?
Well, when the 5-day work week was implemented, mm-hmm. it was an amazing, a beneficial thing that was created, because before then, I mean, we're used to working about 40 hours a week, approximately. Sure. Before then, people were working anywhere from like 50 to 80 hours a week and making almost no money.
How does that work?
So, I got a lot of this from the History Channel website. Apparently my favorite website, because I'm there all the time. The Fair Labor Standards Act in 1938 was revolutionary because it made it so that you only have to work 40 hours a week.
So we went from, was it like 7-day work weeks?
Yeah, so a lot of people who worked in factories were working anywhere from 5 to 7 days, but they were working like 12 or 14-hour shifts. Okay. And then people who worked, if you were like a cook for some rich family, you were working 6 days a week from like sunup to sundown, probably later than sundown. Yeah. You were working like 80 hours a week. And then sometimes you'd get Sunday afternoon off to like go visit your family. Wow. Like if you lived with the family that you worked for. So yeah, the 5-day work week was like a gift to workers at the time. Mm-hmm. But of course now, 100 years later, we are like, this no longer works for us.
So we already made a victory of rolling back the amount of hours per week. Yeah. That why don't we just do that again?
Exactly. No, we just need to keep doing that. Yeah. Because also, I think you and I talked about this a few months ago. When the 5-day work week was created, like you had a spouse at home. Like most of the time the man would go to work and the woman would be at home doing all of your cooking, all of your cleaning. Yep. And so like that was basically a full-time job for her.
Running all the errands.
Yeah. But these days, everyone is working. Like I don't have someone in my home cooking and cleaning for me for free. So I don't have time to do the dishes. Right. Like I have a load of laundry right now. Yep. I need to go switch it out in a few minutes because it's the weekend, and that's when we have to do all of our chores. Right. We can't relax. Right. We have stuff to do. Right. At some point, I'm going to have to vacuum. It's not going to happen today. Right. And I have to go to work tomorrow.
There is no built-in time into a weekend for relaxation. It is all just getting all of the stuff done that you needed to do. Meal prepping. Yeah. Cleaning. Running all the errands. Yep. Yes. Laundry. Anything that you need for the week. Picking out organizing which outfits you're going to wear, like doing all of your stuff so that throughout the week when you're working, you can limit the amount of time that you need to be awake. Yeah. Because you just need to sleep throughout the week.
Yes. So let me just give you a little bit of history here. Around the turn of the century, so the 1800s into the 1900s, it was pretty common for Americans to work 60 or more hours a week. Nope. Don't like that. Nope. In Massachusetts, there was a study that said, I mean, I just mentioned this, but domestic cooks at the time worked between 75 and 85 hours a week, and they were making about 9 cents an hour. Okay. And according to the inflation calculator on the internet, that's about $3 an hour in today's money. So not very much money.
And there was no poison put in the food?
Well, I'm sure there was, and I honestly wouldn't blame them.
No.
But maybe they're
washing my hands before I make your food for $3 an hour. I'm sorry.
Well, have you heard of Typhoid Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of don't blame her.
Yeah, no.
When they were like, you need to start washing your hands and cooking your food properly, and she was just like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, I am just going to do my job so that I can get the day over with, so that I can go to sleep, because that's the only time I get to relax.
Yep.
I don't blame her.
No way.
I mean, apparently she had, like, maybe a little bit more attitude than should be allowed when you know that you have killed people, but still, I'm on Mary's side.
You're not paying me hand washing money.
No, exactly. If you want her to wash her hands, you gotta pay extra.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Like per hand. Like I would charge per hand.
Per finger.
Yeah. You want me to get under the nails? Okay.
That's going to cost you.
That's another additional charge. Thank you so much.
Okay, so some factory workers in Massachusetts were slightly better off than the domestic cooks who worked between 75 and 85 hours. Because according to state law, women and children in Massachusetts in factories could only work a maximum of 58 hours a week.
Wow. For the children?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they legally weren't allowed to work more than 58 hours a week.
Good, because making a child work 59 hours a week, fucking ridiculous. 58. That's just for cruel. Sure.
Yeah.
They're still going to grow up
58
great.
Is fine.
That's a wonderful childhood.
Yeah.
Right there. Still.
I know, this makes me feel like such a dick complaining about 40 hours. But still, like, as we progress, we have to change the laws. We have to change the way we operate to keep up with how life is. Right. I mean, those kids had it easy. They weren't going home to do their laundry.
Also, how much more energy do children have than we do? Like, I would... Have you ever seen a child just, like, run in circles and, like, scream with joy with how much fun they're having just running? I don't want to go turn off the air conditioner.
No, it's too much work.
Ready for this, because it's all the way over there, and I just don't...
It's like 3 feet. That's way too far.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, can't do it.
Maybe we just need a little bit more child labor, and then they can go do the things that we... I'm getting off track. You can get back to your
sound like Republicans.
You can get back to your facts.
Okay, so there was a rallying cry of this movement, which was 8 hours labor, 8 hours recreation, and then 8 hours of rest. And that
sounds nice.
Is your 24 hours in a day. So, sleeping for 8 hours, which neither of us do, because we don't sleep, which we've talked about in a previous episode. 8 hours rest sounds great if you can do it. 8 hours labor, to me, that sounds like too much.
Yeah, way too much.
8 hours recreation... No.
Where?
You're waking up, you're making breakfast, you're doing the dishes, you're getting ready for work, you're driving to work.
Yeah.
And then you start work, and then you have to drive home.
Right.
Make dinner, wash those dishes, do the laundry, like... What recreation?
Yeah. The time I'm getting ready for work in the morning is recreation?
Yeah, that shouldn't count. That should count. I think... honestly, I think from the time you wake up in the morning until the time you get home from work... and then maybe like half an hour later to unwind, you should be getting paid for all of that.
You know what this is? This is like the flight attendants only being paid for when the doors are closed on the plane. That's the same thing.
There you go.
The rest of the time when they're helping you put your bags up, that's their recreation.
Right.
Bullshit.
Yeah. That's their me time.
I need like...
Just like how me driving to work is my me time.
I should have to clock in and out for my recreation time. And I should need to fulfill 8 hours the way I have to fulfill 8 hours every day of work.
Yeah.
And also, okay, so for splitting this up into thirds, why are we not doing that with the work week?
Yeah.
Why is it not a third of the week we are working, and then a third of the week we are resting, and then a third of the week we are doing all the other shit that we need to do? Mm-hmm. Like the laundry, and the dishes, and the cooking, and the cleaning.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I don't know who to talk to about this, but...
End of episode. Da, 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 da.
I feel like in every single one of my episodes, you come up with a solution, and then you're like, and now we're done. Yep. And I'm like, oh, I had 6 more paragraphs to talk about.
I figured it out for you already. You're welcome.
You just don't want to listen to history.
No.
Okay, whatever. I'll skip over the rest of this. The point is that, also, this is actually important. I feel like this needs to be mentioned. After the Civil War in the United States, there were people who had formerly been enslaved and had been working for free.
Nonstop. No recreation.
No recreation.
No sleep time.
No autonomy. Nothing. Nope. Just being, like, abused constantly every single day of their life.
Yep.
And then when they had their newfound freedom, they were like, I'm not fucking going into a factory and getting my fingers sliced off because this machinery is dangerous as shit, and I'm only making 12 cents a day.
Right.
And I'm working 17-hour shifts. Like, I'm not doing this.
Right.
So they actually were, like, they joined forces with the soldiers who were coming home from the Civil War and who needed jobs. And all of these people banded together and joined unions and joined together to create this, like, workforce that was demanding more money, fewer hours, safer jobs. So, like...
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for all of the hard work that you put into making it so that we don't have to work as hard.
And so that we now get to complain about the rights that you fought for.
Right. But we'll fight for the rights for future.
Yeah. Like 150 years, they can be like, I can't believe they had to work 5 days a week.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm putting in my 2.5 days this week.
Yeah.
At my job.
And I'm exhausted.
Yep.
That's what they'll be saying.
Yep.
Yeah. So Henry Ford, who started...
Cars.
Ford?
Yeah.
Ford is a company, right?
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh yep. Yes. Wait, I almost said General Motors, but that's a completely different company. Okay, Ford. Fix or repair daily. Have you heard that about Fords? Okay, so Ford had an issue. Henry Ford had an issue at his factories because the jobs were terrible.
Yeah.
And people didn't want to do them.
Well, Henry Ford was also terrible.
He was also an asshole. So people kept quitting.
Right.
And he was like, how do I get my employees to stay? So he offered them it was an irresistible offer at the time, $5 a day, which, again, the inflation calculator tells me that is $96 in today's money, which is actually about what minimum wage employees in California make.
Okay.
They make slightly more than that. It's like $105 or $110.
Okay.
But so back in the day, he was offering them basically the equivalent of what people make today.
Right.
And an 8-hour workday. So he was giving them twice as much money as he was previously giving them for fewer hours of work. Okay. Which is great. So employees were like, that sounds great. We'll take it. We'll do it. And this was in Michigan. But he said, if you want to accept this deal, you have to agree to 2 things. One of them is you are not allowed to drink on the job, which... That seems unfair to me.
That, buddy.
I mean, heavy machinery, building cars, I'm going to want a drink halfway through my shift.
How are you going to relax?
Yeah,
because you're building these cars.
Yeah, that's such an impressive request. I mean, I don't know why anyone agreed to that. And then the other one...
Wait, did he mean anything? Like no water?
No, he meant no alcohol.
Okay. Because otherwise that would be kind of crazy.
No, that would be nuts. And then the other one, and this one actually really does suck, is that you were not allowed to read radical material, and by radical, they mean pro-union.
Yep. Okay.
So if you were caught with pro-union material, you'd be fired.
Right.
Or if you were drinking on the job.
Right.
For some reason, they would fire you from your job at a car factory.
Okay.
So anyway, so he implemented that, and then he also was a big fan of the 5-day work week because he wanted his employees to be well rested, and then he wanted to pay them a little bit more so that they could have some spare change. And the reason he wanted them to be well rested and have a little bit more money is so that they would buy his cars.
Yep.
And as soon as he started paying them a little bit more, he noticed that they were buying more of his cars.
Yep.
So it worked out for him in the long run. So he, like, did a good thing, but it was for selfish reasons.
That's most of the reason why places will give you discounts if you work there.
Yeah.
Like...
because they want you to buy that stuff.
Right. Well, when I worked at Gap, you got... if something was on sale, you only got 10% off. with your employee discount. You got 10% off of the sale. Huh. If it was a brand new item that had just come into the store, you got 50% off.
Oh.
Because they want you to buy the newest items that are brand new, because then you'll wear it to work. And then you are a better mannequin than an actual mannequin, because people can see like how you move in it and
how
how
it looks
the
in
fabric,
a real human.
Yes, that isn't just like, you know, a size 0 thing standing in the window that's stagnant. They can actually see, and they pay more attention to what you're wearing, and so they want to buy the thing that you have on. And so they sell more of their stuff by giving discounts. I wonder if Henry Ford gave discounts on his cars to his employees.
Maybe?
Maybe.
I didn't come across that fact anywhere. That's a very good question. I don't know. It seems like maybe he would be a little too stingy for that.
Well, he's an asshole anyway.
Yeah, terrible. But anyway, because he was one of the most influential business person.
Man.
Man.
Because that's all there were back then.
Of his day.
Yes.
Other companies were like, we're just going to copy what he's doing. Because he seems to be successful.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of companies adopted the 5-day work week.
So we just need some fucking billionaire to be like, hey, 3-day work week. Everyone starts with $1 million bonus.
Yeah.
And then we'll all go work for that person. And then every other company will be like, oh shit, I guess we need to give everyone $1 million for working 3 days a week. Problem solved. End of episode, guys. Great one. Really? Just pat yourselves on the back.
Trying to fucking get out of this.
I'm just coming up with all the solutions. I don't know why people aren't implementing them. It makes no sense to me.
Well, you and I have discussed how when this becomes a business, a money-making machine, and we have many employees. Yes. I mean, we've already talked about which job each of our friends will have.
Yes.
In our corporation.
Yes. I think we should just have a big wheel and spin it whenever we're trying to hire someone.
Okay.
Just have all the jobs on there, and whatever you get, you get.
Cool. And then we'll just see how that goes. And hopefully it goes well.
Yes.
That sounds like a great way to run a business.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of amazing at this.
Okay.
Yep.
That doesn't make me really nervous at all.
No.
But anyway, we've talked about how we only want to work 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah. Why? Why 5?
Yeah.
It just seems it's like...
It's
an odd number.
Many. It's too many.
It's way too many.
It's way too many. 3 days is great because the first day you're like, okay, I'm refreshed. Let me just buckle down and get some shit done. And then the second day you're like, okay, I worked yesterday, so I'm a little bit tired today, but I just have to get through today, and then tomorrow's my last day. And then on the last day you're like, well, it's my Friday.
Let me wrap everything up.
Yeah, let me just finish up for the week.
Yep. And
then you have 4 whole days to do cooking and cleaning and socializing and whatever other projects you want to do with your life, because we only get one life.
Yep.
Why am I working all the time?
Yep.
This is how I'm going to spend my life?
You could spend 2 of those days doing all the shit that you fill your weekends with, which is all the cleaning and the cooking and everything else, and then have 2 actual days of rest and being able to socialize.
Yep. Yep.
Let's just do that.
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't understand the 5.
Me neither. Well, some countries are working on 4-day work weeks.
Let's go there.
I mean, yes.
Okay.
Because these countries are Iceland.
Oh.
Belgium.
Oh.
Germany.
Oh.
What?
Cold.
Denmark?
Cold. Are there any tropical countries?
I think you need to get your iron levels tested. I think there might be something actually wrong with you.
Just any nice, warm, sunny countries that...
No, because the Scandinavia and Northern Europe is where people are happy. And you know why they're happy? Because it's not constantly 104 degrees. That's why.
I just think they're happy because there's not that many people there, because no one wants to live in a place that's that cold.
Okay. Wouldn't you rather be a little bit chilly but very happy because you have free healthcare and you only have to work 4 days a week? And you get full benefits.
And you never go outside because it's too cold.
No, it's beautiful outside.
No.
Like you can sit outside and drink your coffee and not have like sweat trickling down your face.
No, and just be like freezing and shivering and have every muscle in my body tighten up.
That's only a few months out of the year. The rest of the year it's beautiful.
No. I don't agree.
Ridiculous.
I say the opposite. The hotness is only a few months a year.
Oh, and it's terrible. I can't do it. Can't do it, won't do it. I'm officially moving to, Iceland? They speak English in at least Reykjavik, right? Anyway, so all of these countries, I wrote a bunch of shit, but I don't feel like talking about it.
Okay.
All these countries and more have started implementing 4-day work weeks without cutting pay.
Right.
So these must be salaried employees. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they do about, like, restaurant and hotel and retail employees. I don't know if those people are just being left out of this new system. I fully believe that those jobs, because I've worked those jobs, are way more exhausting.
Yeah.
And you have to deal with the public.
Right.
So you're, like, dealing with a lot more bullshit throughout the day.
Right.
So I definitely think that those people also deserve to only work 4 days a week without a pay cut.
I wonder if they've just, like, hired more people for those jobs.
Maybe,
to,
but
like,
then
fill in the days.
But then if you're getting paid by the hour and you get your 5th day taken away.
Oh, I see.
Then you make less money.
Maybe they pay them more by an hour.
Yeah. But then what? They, like, raise their prices? I don't know.
Not every country does that.
Someone smarter than me should figure this out.
There are other countries where, like, not all the CEOs get super yachts that year. You know?
Right.
Like, there are places where
exactly.
That
so there are places where the people at the bottom who do almost all of the work
right.
actually make decent money.
Right. Or, like...
See, that sounds nice.
With Ford, you know? He didn't raise necessarily his prices on his cars because he was paying his employees more. He ended up selling more cars to his employees.
That's true.
So there are certain humans that have the ability to think that way. They just don't live in this country and are in power, which is the problem.
Yeah, this country is not a good time.
Anyway, jokes.
Okay, so today I have some mind-blowing shit.
Nice.
Cold War, CIA themed mind-blowing shit. The CIA is, in my opinion, maybe not the best organization to ever exist.
If this file gets corrupted.
We'll know who to blame. I have a lot of strong opinions about the CIA. If you're listening and you're from the CIA, no, I don't. But otherwise, y'all are a bunch of fucking jokers and you're bad at your job. Okay, so number one.
To wink.
So during the Cold War, they tried all this crazy shit. Some of it worked. Most of it didn't because it's the CIA and they're incompetent. So they had a plan called the Cold War Condom Drop.
Okay.
And this was a PSYOP, which is short for psychological operation. And the CIA drew up a plan to have packages of extra large sized condoms labeled small or medium dropped by weather balloons over Soviet-controlled Europe. So the idea was that the Soviets would find these condoms that were labeled small, and then they would open them, and they would be massive, and they would be like, oh my god, those Americans have, like, ginormous dicks. And it would make them feel really bad about themselves, because men are, you know, apparently not emotional or sensitive at all. So it would lower their morale.
Are you sure that this is the CIA and not a frat house?
I don't think frats are smart enough for this.
No, this sounds like a frat prank. Or like a prank that a sorority would play on a frat or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can use these, my ex left them. And then they're like gigantic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, okay, so I think
what was this supposed to do?
It was supposed to make them sad.
Our
and feel bad about themselves.
Tax dollars went to
Well, it never actually happened.
Printing the label of small and medium.
Yeah.
And putting in...
Yeah.
What if it backfired and they were like, wow, these are tiny?
They were like, this is their small?
I know
so little. This should be an
that,
extra small.
I mean, I guess they don't have black people in Russia, so that wouldn't really happen. But, you know, like, it could. Maybe.
Well, I've heard those Scandinavian lads are...
cold.
Not that small.
Oh. Cold. Is it because it's so cold there?
No, like, they're doing fine, even in the cold.
Okay.
Another reason to move to Scandinavia. But anyway, so this never actually happened. But our tax dollars did go into developing the idea and, like, a bunch of men sitting around in boardrooms talking about it.
Well, I mean...
You know that there were no women involved in this.
Absolutely not. Because they just would have laughed their asses off.
Isn't that funny, though?
Wow.
Because men were like, I know what will hurt their fragile little feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee that the person that came up with that, someone did that to them.
Yeah.
Like, that was a prank that someone played on someone, and then they were like, what if we did this? It would hurt them really bad, trust me.
Don't ask me how I know that.
Just like a single tear
yeah.
down his face. He's like, no, they'll get so mad. He starts, like, sweating as he's describing it. They're like, Gary, are you okay?
Gary. Oh, poor Gary.
He's not okay.
He's not okay.
He'll never be okay.
No, and his face is so red, and his collar is so tight, because it was the 60s.
Yep.
Okay. The second one is called Project Acoustic Kitty.
I think that was a band I saw in high school. Project Acoustic Kitty. Okay.
So in the 1960s, some of the CIA's highly trained agents were cats. And they were fitted with...
this was when acid was popular.
Yes.
First. Okay, cool.
This was a rough time in American history. I mean, most of American history was rough. But the 60s was a weird...
For it.
Yeah, drugs. So they fitted the cats with ear microphones and skull transmitters. Apparently this was through surgery, but, like, the cats were fine after the surgery. They're fine.
Okay.
But the CIA was targeting an Asian head of state, and they couldn't get spies, like human spies, in the room to eavesdrop.
Sure.
So they sent some cats in.
Okay.
And they did hear a few things that the people were saying.
Okay.
But the problem is that the cats kept, like, wandering off. Like, they would just, leave the room.
Well, yeah.
And the CIA was like, we can't figure out how to train these cats to stay put. So,
did they have to, like, plant tuna on the men or something somehow? Like, just a little, like, drop of salmon oil, like, on them somehow.
You should work for the CIA, apparently. I don't think they tried that. But,
I don't think they hire women for these ideas.
No. Clearly. Although, how fun would that be to have the job where you try to train the cat?
Yeah.
That'd be so great. So Project Acoustic Kitty cost $20 million, but it was abandoned when researchers acknowledged what we all already knew, which is that cats don't do as they're told.
Yeah.
So they could not train these poor cats. Okay, this third one is, like, a little bit lame, but the CIA implemented a strategy where if an agent was going to meet with
a cat,
an informant... Oh. No, this is... New Zealand.
I just want all of the cats, or all of the CIA to be cats now. Like,
yeah, that would make me hate them a lot less.
What if there are a bunch of office cats at the CIA and they just hang out all the time?
Every office should have cats.
Yeah. Multiple.
I mean, I wouldn't get as much work done, but I'd be a lot less stressed.
You know what would make the 5-day work week a little less shitty? Fuck ton of cats.
Yeah. Well, this is why people want to work from home, so that they can be around their pets.
Right.
And I want to be around my fridge with my little peanut butter cups.
Having your own bathroom?
Yep.
Anyway, CIA informants who apparently aren't cats, and we're supposed to care.
Yeah, humans, unfortunately. When the agents were going to meet with informants, they would get in a car with a driver, And then usually you would look in the rearview mirror and be like, oh, we have a tail. Like someone's following you.
Like a cat.
Like a cat.
Like a cat has a tail. Sorry.
So what they started doing was they would get mannequins and put them in the passenger, or they would like lay them down in the passenger seat. So then the agent would get into the passenger seat. Mm-hmm. And then if they had someone following them, they would like turn the corner. And before the person following them also turned the corner, like they were out of sight for like a minute mm-hmm. or 5 seconds, the agent would duck down and then they would stand the mannequin up in the seat.
Right.
So then it looked like it was still them in the seat, but it was the mannequin. And then they would like turn another corner and the agent would jump out of the car, probably do a little roll.
Right.
And then like hide in a doorway. And then the car would keep going, and then the car following them would keep going, and then they would be able to go meet with their informant.
Nice.
And so this actually did work pretty often. Uh-huh. The reason that this is batshit crazy is that these mannequins
yes.
were actually sex dolls purchased from adult stores.
Were they the inflatable kind, so if they shot them, they would just go...
They were inflatable because they needed to, like, smush them down into the seat.
Got it.
And, like, bend their arms at weird angles to, like, fit them. And then when they stood them up, yeah.
So the CIA used to use a tactic that is now used today for people trying to get into the HOV lane on the freeway.
Do people do that?
Yeah. Like mannequins or sex dolls or things like that. People get caught every now and then. Like having...
You know, if you go to that much trouble...
Right?
I think I would be like... I think
some people need to sleep in an extra 10 minutes and they will literally go buy a sex doll just so that they can get in that lane.
If I were the cop who pulled them over, I'd be like... I would laugh a little bit.
Well, yeah.
And then I'd be like, don't do this again, but this is really funny, so have a nice day. But don't do it again. And then if I pulled them over again, I'd be like, this is still really funny. Don't do this again.
That's why you're not a cop.
I would make a terrible cop. No, I would make a good cop in the sense that I would try my very best to protect and serve, which is what you're supposed to do.
No, I think they're supposed to get them $341 tickets.
Right, so...
That's the problem.
So what they claim to do, I would be very good at that. But what they actually do, I'd be terrible. I would not give out traffic tickets. I mean, if I saw someone driving really dangerously, I would give them a ticket because you could kill someone. Right. But, like, putting a mannequin or putting a sex doll in your front seat so that you can go in the carpool lane is really funny.
Have you seen, this is going to tie back to cats because now I'm just stuck on cats. Have you seen where people will, like, buy mannequins to leave at home for their cats who get lonely, and then the cats will, like, sit in the laps of the mannequins?
Oh, I actually did see that.
Yeah.
That's
or, like,
so sweet.
The other great one is Halloween decorations, when, like, you have a scarecrow or whatever on your porch, and your cat just climbs up in the lap of the scarecrow, because it's like, this is a lap, this is where I belong.
Cats don't give a fuck.
They don't.
They're so silly.
They should be back in the CIA.
So, in conclusion...
Cats.
Too much work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not enough cats.
Oh, sure.
You've completely forgotten what the topic was about. You just heard cats, and now you're just... focused on that.
There's something about a tail.
Too much work, guys. I'm tired. I'm too tired.
We must pause.
I'm not laughing at that.
Come on, Meow. You can laugh at that.
Oh, God. Okay, we're done. We're done for this one. What is our next episode about? I honestly don't remember.
We're going back to Amazon, not the rainforest.
Yes. Okay, so we said
back to the Amazon.
A few episodes ago that we were going to do Amazon, and then we did fireworks instead because it was extremely topical.
Yep. As you can hear in that episode, a literal firework goes off, and you can hear it on the mic. I was so fucking happy when I listened to that back, and I heard boom. Yes. Oh, my God. But yeah, next we'll do Amazon. And there might still be fireworks, because it is still the month of July.
It's July.
So, fair game, apparently, in this area.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so on Monday, you can listen to us complain about Amazon. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I'm so hungover, I don't even know what we're doing.
You almost made it. We're so close.
I almost made it. My head is not happy with me. Okay, you can catch more audio episodes wherever you find your podcasts. Spotify.
Yep.
Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
You can watch these really high quality videos on YouTube. And if you would not mind following our social media accounts, we are at Everything's Dumb Pod on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can always leave us a review if you want.
That'd be great.
Or you could at least rate us if you want. And then also, if you have any dumb topics you want us to talk about, please email us. We love hearing from you guys. It's really fun. We also want to talk about things that you want to hear about, so send us your ideas. And do your very best to stay sane out there, even though it's 1 billion degrees.
You don't know where people are watching this from.
One day I'll convince you to move. One day you're going to wake up one day and we're just going to be in Norway and we're both going to be so happy. And you're going to be like, I was so wrong all those years.
If climate change takes over and that place becomes warm a few months out of the shore.
Okay.
Sure. If it never gets cold.
So now I have to root for climate change?
Sure. You don't need to root for it or not. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen no matter what.
Your cheerleading does nothing.
Awesome.
In a matter of time.
That makes me feel really good about the world.
Yay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.